Hey guys, this is Frostbite here, or the idealistic degenerate, the confused boy that knows everything. And atheism is stupid. Now, I know a lot of you are sitting at your computer desk thinking of where you're going to bury my body right now, and that won't be necessary because I don't mean that atheism is stupid in the sense that it's stupid to have a non belief in God or belief in God. And I don't want to reveal my stance on God, whether I do believe he's real or not, because I just don't feel it's necessary. But what I want to talk about is atheism, not atheist. A meaning opposite, theist meaning a belief in God, opposite of believing in God, atheist. But I'm talking about atheism. Because atheism is basically the atheistic equivalent of Christians in Christianity. And Christianity is a religion for Christians. But atheism is not a religion for atheists. And believe it or not, there are a lot of Christians and, Islamic folk and people of other religions that see atheism as a religion, and it's not a religion. So I do think that for the fact that we call atheism is stupid because you put an unnecessary because you've made an unnecessary subgroup for people that in this society are ostracized often. I don't know about now, but depending on the community, atheists are ostracized. And for the fact that we can put them in a subgroup of atheism, that makes it a whole lot worse. Because like I've said before, you've essentially just gave a name to a subgroup that's really not a subgroup. Christianity is more of a subgroup than atheism is. Because Christianity was something that was created. Atheism was not. A non-belief in God is something that we're all born with. So you can't put them into a subgroup. You can't put the default into a subgroup. Atheism, technically is a default. Because when you're a baby, you don't have a belief in God. So, technically you are an atheist. But atheism, I think that sends out the wrong idea and the wrong message. Similar to feminism. Because when people hear feminism, you don't hear equal rights. When you hear feminism, you think, oh, these bitches want to run the world. You know what I'm saying? So, it's really just a matter of giving something a name and then equating it with other things that it really doesn't belong in the category. I didn't have much to say, but that was just kind of a take that, that I had on that word atheism. Because I've listened to a lot of religion debates, mainly on the Drunken Peasants podcast from it's a sub channel from the Amazing Atheist. I do like the Amazing Atheist channel. Again, not tell you my belief in God or my non-belief in God, but I do like the Amazing Atheist, and I love his podcast, the Drunken Peasants podcast. They do have a lot of religious debates, and I do often hear a lot of the Christians, a lot of his believers almost try to make it seem like atheism is a religion and say you're trying to convert me to atheism. And you can't convert somebody to something that isn't there. You don't convert to atheism because it's not a religion. Once you're an atheist, you don't have the obligations of a Christian. And, the obligations of a Christian is to, I guess, do good and preach the word of the gospel. Those are the obligations of a Christian. And then every other religion has obligations. Christianity has obligations. The Islamic faith has obligations to do, but atheism does not have obligations. It's not a religion. All right, it's an unnecessary subgroup that to me raises conflict and it raises confusion. It raises confusion. But that's really all I had to say. All right, it's just misleading. It ultimately causes conflict and a fight against to make humans evolve socially. I think religion is a big social issue for human beings right now. And these are just kind of some things that we need to clear out before we can really attack and start to understand, the social problem or the social conflict that is religion. And once we evolve socially, we can evolve even in more ways. Technology can evolve, and humans as a species, as our intelligence, that can also evolve, because the world will only be as good as its people. You know, as the people of the world evolve, the world itself can evolve, but the world will not evolve unless we humans evolve socially. So until we can work on ourselves as a people, until we can not, really work out the kinks in our morality, then we can truly work on a greater goal of peace and understanding of each other. But this is Frostbite, aka the idealist degenerate, aka the confused boy that knows everything. I'm signing off. But what do I know anyway? I'm 15.